Hey, what's going on? I'd like to welcome you all to Water Your Soil. So this video is going to be for people who are looking to increase their credit score, and honestly, that should be everyone. This is for the people who are looking to increase their credit score, and also it can be for people who are looking to maintain their credit score as well. You know, I started my credit journey 7 years ago. I wasn't in a good place, but I worked my way all the way up to an 839 over the years, and I'm going to share something with you all that you may be doing wrong right now on your credit journey and how you can overcome what you may be doing wrong. So you want to sit back and check out this video in full, and I hope you all enjoy it. All right, let's get into it. My YouTube page is still fairly new. I've been doing it as far as posting videos on YouTube since February of 2021. I actually decided to start my page back in December of 2020, but it took me a couple of months to decide whether or not I actually wanted to post on YouTube, because prior to that, I really wasn't interested in posting on YouTube. You know, I'm not really an on-camera type of person, and I already had a course and a book regarding credit and how to improve your credit score, teaching on the concept of credit. So I really wasn't too interested in YouTube. But one thing I did realize when I came to YouTube and I posted my first couple of videos was people are looking for help in regards to credit and improving their credit scores and learning about credit cards and the benefits of credit cards and what your credit score can actually do for you. But one thing I realized when it comes to this channel, Water Your Soil, is I attracted a lot of people who are new to credit and credit cards. And guess what? I love it. I love that I attract you all. And I'm gonna tell you why I love that I attract you all. Number one, if you decided to subscribe to me, that means you feel as though either I provide a certain amount of information that you can use, or number two, you probably feel that you relate to me. I highly doubt you will subscribe to this channel if you feel as though you can't get anything out of this channel. I mean, that would be a waste of a subscription. So when I do come across people in my comment section and they are new to credit, it's very encouraging. It's very encouraging. Why? Because I like to help people. I think back to when I first started my credit journey 7 years ago, and it really wasn't too many people that I felt that I can relate to on YouTube. You know, you had credit channels and people teaching about credit and people teaching about credit cards and things of that nature. But I began to feel like, you know, those channels were a little bit more for advanced. Like I didn't know anything about points and how points add up and things of that nature. I was completely new. I didn't even have a secure credit card yet, and I was considering getting one, which is the reason why I was watching the videos. But I learned the information that I needed in regards to secure credit cards from an actual blog that I searched on Google. Now, does that mean that the information that I came across on YouTube was bad information or wasn't useful? No. However, it just means that I felt as though, you know, it was a little bit too advanced for me at that time. And that's what I want to talk about in regards to this video. If you're starting out your credit journey, you're new, right? So you really don't know much about credit. You probably don't know much about how credit scores work. One of the things that I'm sure you heard about is dispute letters. That seems to be the major thing that everyone talks about these days. Everyone loves to talk about dispute letters, and they think they can solve everything regarding credit scores with a dispute letter. And I'm here to let you know right now that it doesn't work like that. Sometimes it does. Sometimes some people do have a successful outcome. And over here, I like to call those people outliers. I like to call those cases outliers. Because over the years, I have helped people over the years, and we've sent dispute letters and got items removed. However, they were unsatisfied because they realized they still didn't have a good credit score. So you can have all your items deleted that you figure you need deleted, and your credit score still doesn't hit good. And you may ask, why is that? It's because credit is more than not having any items in collections. You have to have your accounts. a certain amount of accounts. You have to have a different type of accounts. You have to be on time with your payments towards those accounts. You have to have good utilization. You have to it's so many things that goes into a credit score and on your credit report. So one of the things I would like to tell you, since you may be new to credit, is that when you're on your credit journey, don't be afraid to start at the beginning level. You know, sometimes in my comment section, I have to correct some people because they'll come in the comment section and they'll talk about advanced ways of how to pay off credit cards, which I respect and I like it because they're sharing ideas with people who may be a little advanced. But the downfall to that is, you know, sometimes there are people who may be new to credit because, like I said, some people who visit this channel are new to credit. And they read that information and it's a little confusing to them because that's a lot to take in, you know. Then they come to me and they ask questions. And when they ask me those questions, that's when I know they read or heard about, you know, the more savvy ways to pay off their credit cards. And I don't want to confuse people. So I like to keep things simple. So one of the things here at Water Your Soil, and I know some of my more advanced and savvy subscribers, you know, they just have to bear with it, but I like to slow things down and start at a beginner level for some people and make things more simple. That's why I tell them to keep their utilization beneath a certain amount and pay their bill after they receive their bill. I know some people like, no, you don't have to do that. You could pay before you receive your bill and have your utilization low and spend as much as you want. But that's confusing to some people who are new to credit. It's very similar to someone not knowing how to ride a bike. And instead of starting them out on training wheels or starting them out with you holding on to their bike while they're pedaling, you just try to teach them tricks. All of a sudden, you know, you try to teach them tricks of riding with one hand or teach them tricks of how to stand up with riding. There's a high possibility they're going to get discouraged when it comes to that because those things are more advanced. You know, you don't want to start off someone who never rode a bike and try to teach them how to ride a bike with no hands. You're pretty much setting things up for failure. So the same thing goes in regards to credit scores. I like to keep things simple. So if you are someone who is out there and you're new to credit and new to credit cards, you want to make sure you yourself keep things simple. Now, you don't have to keep things simple forever. You don't. Once you get a little more comfortable and you learn how things work and you see what affects your score and what's going to hurt your score and help your score, you'll build up enough confidence to start doing the savvy things like being able to pay down your utilization before you are billed on your statement. However, I like to keep it simple for people because this is what I believe. It's the confusion that gets people stuck when it comes to attempting to increase their credit score. And I figured out over the years with helping other people as well as when I got myself from a 549 credit score all the way up to the 800s is the more simple way actually worked. It worked. It doesn't work fast. You know, you're not going to receive results fast, but you're going to get the results because it works. Now, of course, it's case by case, and maybe some people may take the advice and they may do something wrong, which is why I always say whatever is on my YouTube channel, the advice that I give is at your discretion. I can't tell people what to do and say, hey, I guarantee you're going to get this result because I don't work for Experian, Equifax, or TransUnion, so I have no clue if they'll get a certain score if they do something. However, what I can tell them is that it's a high possibility they'll see an increase in their credit score if they do this. And this is based on the experience of me as well as other people who I have helped over the years. So if you are new to credit and credit scores, you're gonna get discouraged. It's gonna be bumps in the road. I went through the same thing. A lot of my subscribers also went through the same thing. You could go through some of my videos and you'll see them in the comment section and they'll say that they also went through the same thing. I have a subscriber, shout out to Dustin. I always shout Dustin out because Dustin's credit score was stuck. I went through this before. This is why it's actually good to go through things. That way you can help people. I went through it before. Like I said, my credit score was stuck for 9 straight months. Well, Dustin's credit score was stuck as well. And on one of my more recent videos, Dustin told me that his credit score increased. I believe he said it increased 20 points. So that was good to hear, because I told him, like, just keep pushing through and eventually your credit score will improve, because I went through the same thing. And I know other people who I have helped over the years went through the same thing. And that's the cool thing I like about credit and credit scores, is that in reality it's trial and error. You know, credit scores is all trial and error. You know, everyone can act like they have the answers to it and what would boost your score up 100 points, or hey, this will boost your score 200 points. But in reality, people don't know how much your score is gonna improve. No one knows that, because we don't know how the credit scoring algorithm really works. I never tell people how much their score will increase by, because I have no clue. Back a few months ago when my credit score dropped 39 points, I did not know that my score would drop 39 points. I knew it would drop. I knew it would probably be a big drop, but in regards to the number, I did not know that it would be 39 points. So if you're starting out, be sure to learn as much as you can in regards to credit scores. But the one advice that I will give you is to learn what works for you, because every credit report is different. As I always tell people, you can find someone with the same credit score as you have, and I guarantee you there's a high possibility that the 2 credit reports between you and them are different and they're not identical. But anyways, this is Water Your Soil. I just wanted to share that. If you are new to credit and learning about credit, don't get discouraged. You know, everyone started off at the beginning level at some point. That's people with credit scores, by the way, but you always start at a beginner level. You know, some people were handed good credit scores. I am aware of that. However, for the people who had to work their way up and work their credit score up, if you ask any of them, I'm sure they could share some good advice with you in regards to credit scores. And I'm sure everyone will have at least one piece of advice that's different from the next person. It's up to you to make sure it's legit, and it's also up to you to use your discretion. I have tons of videos on credit and credit cards and things of that nature. I created a playlist and it's on my homepage of this Water Your Soil YouTube page. So just click on my picture and you'll be able to scroll down on my homepage and check out the playlist. I have a playlist for people who are beginners when it comes to credit cards. I have lounge reviews, videos for that on the playlist. I also have how to apply for credit cards. I have all type of videos on my playlist, so you may want to check that out if you get some time and feel like binge watching. But anyways, this is Water Your Soil. I appreciate you all for watching my videos. If this video has helped you out in any kind of way, be sure to hit the like button. Also, feel free to subscribe if you're feeling the vibe over here. But anyways, this is Water Your Soil and I'm out.